Hey guys, welcome back to the Raw Healing Tarot YouTube channel. My name is Kayla, and here on YouTube I am a tarot reader and a medium, so I love to bring whatever spirit and guides and God and source and universe just need me to share with you guys. I love bringing that here, and I love using the art of tarot to communicate messages. So if you feel like you're looking for like some answers, or you're curious about like where your life's going or where you're at or what kind of decisions to make, tarot's a great tool to really tap into your energetic self. So I'm here today with a pick a card reading all about the year 2022. I also have a pretty sore throat, so I apologize for talking funny and softly today, but I will do my best to make sure that the volume's adjusted in post so that you hear everything I'm saying. That's also why I'm not super bubbly and vibrant, because I'm just like, ugh, swallowing hurts. But anyway, so I decided to make this video so that you guys have a great idea of where you're starting the year 2022 and how you're going to be moving throughout the year. There's a lot of cards. These stacks are super thick, so it's going to be a lot of information. I might need to make a second cup of tea to get through it, but I'm really excited. So basically how a pick a card works is I'm going to show you an overhead view of the piles. They all have crystals on them as well, so whatever resonates with you most, whether you choose from a number, you choose from the colors, you choose from the crystal, whatever calls to you, just click on the timestamps down below and listen for your year ahead. If you feel like something's not really resonating, you can just say like, I don't want to invite that in, and listen through, or you can just pick another pile. Some people watch all of them, some people just watch one or maybe two, so this is also something that you can refer back to throughout the year. I think that the beautiful thing about like a year-long reading is that there's going to be little tidbits that you could refer back to, or maybe in like June or July you're like, oh, I want to listen to that video, and instead I want to listen to this pile, like pile number 2. So feel free to just jump in whenever you want to jump in. But without further ado, I will go ahead and show you guys the piles so that you can pick. Alright guys, so here we have pile number 1 with this beautiful hematoid quartz, pile number 2 with the clear quartz, pile number 3 with the ocean jasper, and pile number 4 with some Andara glass. So go ahead and take a moment, take a few deep breaths, get centered, and feel whichever one is energetically calling to you, and you can go ahead and click on the timestamp below. Okay, so if you picked pile number 1, this is going to be the look into your 2022, what to expect, what's energetically going on, what to pay attention to. So you guys chose the hematoid quartz, and what I love about this piece is like these interesting like little green inflections in it. So to me, this stone has so much to do with a lot of calming clarity and a lot of heart-centered, mind open energy. So I feel like you're already going into this year with a lot of openness, which is beautiful. So we're going to start out with an archetype card. Here's the other thing too, if you're feeling called to like a particular stone, it might be a good stone for you to work with this year as well. So we'll start out with your archetype card. This is like the overarching energy, the overall theme for the year for you. You have the vow. Ooh, that's strong. This is really beautiful. I'm already kind of getting the sense that you guys are really committing to so much this year. A lot of commitment to yourself personally. So much personal empowerment, especially with all the yellow, a lot of solar plexus energy, a lot of personal empowerment, a lot of freedom, a lot of discovery. There's some big energy here for you guys. I might use this, so we'll go ahead and place this guy up here for all of y'all, and I am going to read for you guys because I think that these archetype cards are really powerful when we do read from this book in particular. So let's see here. There we go. 173. Cool. The promise, the oath, the contract. When the vow is spoken, the air shifts, karmic ties are formed, and destiny tilts on its axis. Our words and intentions have immense power. There's a reason that great mythic stories of our past often include the recitation of oaths and the mixing of drops of blood as a mark of union. The tricky part is that reciting the vow, no matter how casually, activates the eternal and unseen forces of the world. The ancestors bear witness, the laws of nature respond. These promises cannot be unsaid or forgotten, so breaking them can leave lingering complexities and loose ends. This card calls us to acknowledge the vow we are living by, consciously or unconsciously, and either recommit to it or create a ritual that signifies its closure. You've been underestimating the power of your promises. So what kind of promises are you making to yourselves, you guys? Like, what's really coming up for you right now that you're like, that is in the frame, sorry, I didn't want that. You know, really paying attention to what you're giving so much of yourself and your time to this year. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and jump into the tarot, and I think this will give us a really good explanation. And then we have a ton of oracle cards. So we'll just go piece by piece. We have 9 of Cups, wow, love it. 6 of Cups, wow, love it. Let me make sure that these are, yeah, okay, cool. The Sun, oh my God. And 9 of Swords and 8 of Pentacles, okay. So what I'm already getting here for you guys is that this is a big year for you. This is a huge year for your personal creativity, for your personal connection. You're gonna be really outgoing. You're gonna be super, super like present with a lot of people in your life, just very connected. I think you're gonna be doing a lot too. So if you guys are people who have been wanting to put on events or an art show or something, like this is the year to do it. Now, with all of this Cups energy, and I feel like this is a good like overarching theme, and then we're kind of going from beginning to end here. So, you know, just starting with this 9 of Cups energy, this wish fulfillment, this feeling like, oh my gosh, I know where I'm at and what I'm doing and where I'm going, and it just feels really good. This is also a good luck card. 9 could show up for you guys a lot this year. For some reason, I'm getting a feeling that that could be a special number for you this year. Just like a number that could pop up and just be like, hey, you're on the right path, or like, hey, like go in this direction or something. And then 6 of Cups is this very communal card, so I feel like you are going to be spending a lot of time with like, and this is a 6 year, right? So it's a lot about like love and abundance and presence. So I think that you guys are going to be like very fulfilled emotionally this year, especially with the time that you spend with others. Now the 9 of Swords is coming out, so I feel like something to look out for or be like aware of that could pop up for you throughout the year and potentially more towards the end of the year is this like this overthinking, this like losing sleep over everyone else's visions. I think that you like start out really strong and you feel really good about like who you are and what you're doing and where you're going, but there's like some kind of like something kind of shifts gears where you start to like feel like everyone else is trying to show you, you know, like everyone else is trying to show you like, well, look at this, and like, how do you feel about this, and like really pushing you kind of away from yourself and dragging you into their own personal crap. So just be aware of that. And 8 of Pentacles is just this like symbol of a lot of hard work, a lot of consistent like upward movement. Everything that you're doing is very progressive. So I think that this year is like very fulfilling in that sense, because you are putting so many like you're putting so many bricks into your foundation, and everything you do this year is a step forward. It's very progressive. So I feel really strongly about that. I feel like for some of you, this is a year where you have the opportunity to kind of do it all. Like you're really feeling very good about yourself. You could have a Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising in your chart, maybe even Venus. Because this is a Leo card, but it's just so much strong personality, especially with the vow coming out too, with the yellows, just that solar plexus energy coming through. I feel like that's going to be a great chakra for you to be like extremely connected with throughout this year and learning from and healing. And so this is a big aspect with the 9 of Swords that we're getting, is that you need to keep coming back to self. Like the message is continue to come back to yourself, especially when other people are trying to like show you their way or how they see something. Like that's all well and good, and it's good to listen and to learn from that, but don't like allow that to become like your vision, you know, like consistently come back to yourself and like learn about your personal vision. and just keep working. Like whatever it is that you're working on, whatever it is that you're doing, if it's a hobby, if it's actual like career stuff, just consistent movement forward. And that's a big message that's been coming through, is just make sure that you're consistently moving forward. Make sure that you are like, no matter what, even if you get one thing done in a day, like just knowing like, well, I put 2 steps forward. And then you might have some like crazy productive days and you're just like, fuck, like I just did a lot. So everything you do is progressing you forward. Now we do have surrender to the divine full moon. So I think that working with full moon energy is going to be really powerful for you this year, and full moons are all about releasing and surrendering. So a big message here that I'm feeling for you guys is for sure working with full moon energy. I think that the concept of releasing and surrendering is going to be really strong for you throughout this year, really learning how to trust and to let go. And, you know, if you find yourself in a circumstance where you're like not happy or you don't feel good and you don't like being there, like me personally right now, like I have a super sore throat and all I can think of is I just want to feel better. I just want to feel like myself and like not have this super swollen like gland and all this stuff. But you know, the more you accept where you're at and just be very present and surrender, knowing that things are just going to happen and flow as they need to. So surrendering, full moon energy, releasing is going to be really good for you this year. We also have gratitude again. Oh man, so who needs to start a gratitude log or journal? No joke, I feel like this is something that everyone should do, but I think you guys are really being called to consistently show up with gratitude. And if that is like starting a gratitude practice, whether it's journaling or actively saying the things you're grateful for every day, doesn't matter, you know, like keep coming back to it again and again and again. I feel like that's a very strong message for you guys. This consistent gratitude, this peaceful like knowingness that when you surrender and you let go and you just say like, I am grateful for where I'm at right now, I feel like a lot of magic's gonna happen. Now we have the 10th house, I achieve, ruled by Capricorn. This is the house of fulfillment and social status. Here is where we see structures, corporations, tradition, ambition, public image and fame, discipline, achievements, recognition, rules, and father figure. It is also associated with power and authority as well as the people who exert them. So I'm interested. Oh, and we have Gemini. Cool. Okay. So like what I'm getting from this kind of right off the bat for y'all is your communication. You're going to be achieving a lot through your communication powers, your speaking, your ability to talk and like banter with other people and like understand both sides of a situation. So I feel like you guys are going to be really successful with regards to like work, your public image, discipline. It's by consistently coming back to this concept of needing to like speak, like really truly communicate your desires and your wants and your needs. Like that's going to be a key thing for you this year. And there are 4 piles, so I just want to make sure that I move through this at a good pace so I don't totally kill my voice. But we have the Earth Dragon as I love this so much for you guys. This is really beautiful. So everyone got a different like these oracles, and the fact that you guys got this Celtic dragon to me is like really powerful. Yeah, so keywords are power, potential, and riches. I feel like a lot of good financial luck is coming to you guys this year. I feel like a lot of abundance, a lot of good like opportunities, and just like a lot of, like I said, personal power. This yellow is really standing out to me, just feeling really good about yourself. Drag Talov is actually the Celtic pronunciation. Brings us face to face with our potential. Within us we have a treasure house of riches, of powers and capacities, which we can learn how to use. In the past, we may have been denied access by the guardian of this treasure, but now we are coming to understand that this sometimes fierce guardian is in reality an aspect of ourselves. By coming to know and love the Earth Dragon, we will be able to unlock the secrets of our heart, and And at the same time, we will find ourselves discovering the beauty and the power that lie within the hearts of those around us and in the very earth itself. So there's some serious strength coming through here for y'all. And I feel like, again, like Leo, Sun, Moon, or Rising might is in your chart probably. But just this strength, this very grounded strength, and starting out with this new moon in Capricorn that we just had, I just feel like this is really powerful for you guys. This is a super powerful year. It's just like, hey, remember to let go, remember to give gratitude, be open with your communication, and be very aware of what you're committing yourself to, like it said, consciously or unconsciously. And our final card, your speed doesn't matter, forward is forward. Oh, I love that. See, and this is where, like, I think that Eight of Pentacles card really came in handy, because it's just this reminder of like, okay, everything you're doing like is one step forward. Each thing you're doing is progression, no matter how long it takes, no matter what you get done, even if it's one thing a week or you have a really great week or month or whatever, you're consistently moving forward. So don't stress about it, just do your thing, keep coming back to gratitude. And yeah, I feel really good about it. Like, whoever picks this pile, you guys are just experiencing so much goodness this year. And if you watch this later at some point in the year, you picked a different pile, then you guys are just going to experience a lot of luck. You're very, very grounded and connected with yourself, so that's some beautiful energy. But I hope this reaches you all well. I'm really excited to keep putting out videos, hopefully every week, and just connect with you guys more. If you'd like to book a tarot reading with me, you can do so on my website or on Instagram, KaylaGarretson.com, or at getraw_with_Kayla. But other than that, I will catch up with you guys soon. Okay, pile number 2. You guys picked the clear quartz. I freaking love this piece. It's so, it's like got so much character. But I always feel like this has helped me with a lot of very clear decision making. So clear quartz already does that, but especially with these 2 large points that are going purely in opposite directions, it's a lot of clarity, right? So I'm really curious to see if you guys do work with stones, like make yourself a pendant out of clear quartz, buy a bigger piece of clear quartz, and just see like what the energy is like in you, around you, in your home. Big advocate for big crystals in the house. just saying. But we're gonna go ahead and get started with your Archetypes card. So this is the overarching energy and like archetype for your year ahead, something to pay attention to really connect with. You got the stone. Ooh, I really love this one. I received this kind of recently, and what I like to do is I really like to put one of these out on my altar and let the energy be really present and sitting with me. So what we're going to do for your reading is just go ahead and put it up here, and I'm going to read from the book for you, because I feel like Kim Cran's just, oh my gosh, her words are so magical. Especially with this deck, just blows my mind. But let's see. So here we go. $1.99. Okay. The eternal, the anchor, the rock. As an archetypal object, the stone holds psychic and literal weight. Its energy is one of permanence, concreteness, and reliability. The stone's ability to transform is nearly imperceptible to us, as it changes ever so slowly over countless human lifespans. A single stone may see thousands of generations come and go, therefore it contains an ancient and eternal presence. The stone is best used to anchor a wild side, so no matter how far we roam, we can always find our way back. The stone tethers us to earth, helping to ground and connect us to stillness, quiet, and peace. When this card appears, it is likely the stone is a remedy for what ails us. Humble and easily unnoticed, the power of the stone balances the frenzy of our world. I love it. So I have a feeling some of you are Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising, and the energy here is so strong with this groundedness and this connection to earth. Some of you might be like interested or learning about shamanic practicing, just because it's like all about this like natural connection and like the earth and its cycles and everything. So something that you might be considering or intrigued by this year, but definitely this energy of slowing down and consistently becoming reconnected to earth and Gaia and her energy is really strong for you this year. And I think that there's a lot of medicine in that book description. So, you know, rewind it, take it as it resonates, and maybe journal on it a little bit, but I think there's really strong archetypal energy there. So you guys got a lot of cards, so I feel like we have to do this a little bit differently. Ooh, we have the Emperor right off the bat. Very cool. 9 of Swords. 2 of Swords. Oh boy. King of Swords. Wow. Lots of clarity for you guys this year. 2 of Wands reversed. 8 of Swords reversed. And the High Priestess. There's, okay, you guys have a big year ahead. There's a lot of, this is really beautiful for you guys, and I'm going to go into why. So with the Emperor coming through, this is a very strong energy for this year of just this like masculine doing energy, this leadership energy, creating and holding space for others, community centered, lots of fire energy. You know, we do have Aries coming up here, so there's just, and there's some like potential father connection that you guys might be dealing with this year. You might be like connecting more with your dad, or if he's passed or whatever, like just like reaching out etherically. But I think that like just connecting with the concept of like the father figure too is going to be really important for you guys, and connecting with your father, that might be happening a lot this year. But overall it seems like there's this really interesting toggle between like making really clear decisions, which I think that's funny that that came up right away, and yeah, just not getting beat down by like other people's opinions. This came up in group number 1 too. So there's a lot here with regards to like doing what you know is best for you, and like maybe consistently throughout this year like having to make that decision of, well, what do I want to need? Like, I'm the leader and creator of my own life, and not allowing other people's like stuff or what they have to say or anything get in the way of that. You're aware of this. You're very aware of your propensity to lean towards like a victimhood mentality. So that's something that you're very strong in now. I think you've learned a lot about it, and you've like worked past and through that trauma. But with the King of Swords and the 2 of Wands reversed coming through, what I find is really interesting is, in order for you to make like really clear decisions, you have to like, you almost have to like really tap into your spiritual self. I think that because you are a very like grounded person, and you could have like some Aquarius in your chart or Gemini, there is a lot of air energy here, a lot of thoughts. So I think like really listening to your intuition, your spiritual self, that gut feeling is what helps propel you forward. I think that some of you might struggle with tapping into that. So doing like core work, really eating healthily, flame gazing, like wearing and enjoying like yellows and reds and oranges, like all of that, really connecting to that fire energy. Maybe it's going to like a booty yoga class or a dance class or Zumba. I don't know if Zumba's still a thing. But getting into like a movement flow this year is going to be really powerful for you guys. Consistently connecting with your body is going to help you stay very in touch with and in tune with this High Priestess energy, which, yeah, okay, I just want to make sure I was pointing at it, you know, is wild, because I feel like so many people just think and feel like, oh, well, you know, like your intuition is like all this spiritual stuff. No, it's really like, it's really connecting your mind, your body, and your spirit, and letting them all work and function together as one. And I think you guys are doing a great job of that this year, because of all this grounded energy, this thinking, this passion. Like, you guys are really tying it all together, which is so beautiful. I think you're just in a space this year where you feel confident enough to like put all the pieces together, so that's really cool. And this is going to be my clarifier deck for the video, and I had a feeling this was going to come out, but with regards to tapping into your intuition and your spiritual self, I feel like there's some really specific practices that are going to be useful for you guys. Also, just heads up, I always, link all of these cards in the description. Okay, so we have Three of Cups, awesome. We have the Divine, even better. And we have Justice, wow. Okay, this is really interesting because these exact cards came out for someone during a reading recently. So for you, tapping into this intuition for you personally looks a lot like a few things. It's about balance. It is about true, pure balance, really inviting balance into your life every single day with the things you do, how you eat, how you act, how you interact and communicate. Consistent balance. This is a message for you this year, you guys. Like, this is really important. Number one. Number two, another really big thing for you tapping into your intuition is really spending time with people, like in community, the people that you love and really who fill your cup and light you up. Like, it's a lot of community messages this year, and I'm just with regards to 222, you know, 2022 is all about balance and union, and 222 equaling 6 is just like a lot of loving energy. So definitely we'll be spending a lot of time in communion with friends and family this year, which I love. And then the Divine. So I feel like you guys genuinely just have like a natural connection to source and to spirit. You're really like, you discover and love to feel into like, what is divine energy to you? What does that connect with? What does that look like? You know, meditate on that and connect with that for yourself and with other people. Just the spiritual energy is super, super strong here. So I love that for you guys. Moving forward, we have New Moon and Scorpio. Work through your fears. Okay, so like what fears are coming up for you guys? Especially like heading into this year, is there something you're nervous or scared about? You know, are you in a new place? Are you meeting new people? Are you starting new projects? Like, is newness like challenging and scary for you? Or is it really deep? Is it deep trauma that you have to connect with and start to really like be present with this year? I feel like there's a lot of healing energy here for you, a lot of water energy too, so you could have Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio in your chart, like Sun, Moon, or Rising, or just one of your like main planets. But yeah, there's some deep healing happening this year for you guys, so that's really powerful. I love that. And we have Raw Intention. Ugh, this is one of my favorites. This is like my whole freaking vibe. And it's the number 22. I freaking love that for you guys. So being super intentional, being super present, just, I think that you're getting everything that this card is giving. There's so much energy coming from this card right now, but just this connection and really having like genuine intentions with who and what you connect with this year is like outstanding. I really love that. I love that for you guys. So moving forward, we have Cancer. Yes, what did I say about the Cancer in the chart? We have Solar Eclipse. Ooh, okay. Embracing change, revelations, courage, determination, and connection. So a big thing for you guys this year is going to be making like new friend groups, potentially doing new things for work, creating a new community, and tapping into that Cancer energy, that really nurturing, loving, like familial energy. And if you have Cancer in your chart, like this is just, this change and connection is going to be big for you this year. Those are two big like themes I'm getting, like messages. And we have Sun, Source. Oh my god, I can't. I love this so much for you guys. Source energy, Sun energy, this like divine energy. I think you're in a place where you really get to like receive all of the benefits of the sun this year, like a lot of warmth, a lot of vibrancy, a lot of life, really tapping into that source energy. I love that for you guys. And the last card, you are important, you matter. I love that. It's super, super sweet. And I think you know this. You could have Leo in your chart too. I think that this is like a pretty strong message. Like, you already know. You know that you're super important and that you matter. So just a little reminder to come back to if you're feeling like not so yourself. And look at all this yellow too. I'm loving all the yellow here. Solar plexus energy is awesome. A little sticky there. Whatever. It's fine. But anyway, it looks like you guys are really set up for a very powerful year, so I'm really excited for y'all. Please comment below like what happens and like how this resonates with you. You know, I love to hear about this stuff. So thank you so much for watching, and I can't wait to catch you in the next video. Okay, group number 3, you guys picked the Ocean Jasper. And what I love about this stone is it is one of the most like calming and connective stones. So this is really great for meditation. It's just great for like personal connection and like emotional balancing. So I feel like this is a good stone for you to work with. And I also feel like it's calling you to like dive deeper into a meditative practice. Whatever that means for you, but there's a strong call there. So we're going to go ahead and get started with our Archetypes card. This is the card that is pretty much like the overarching energetic theme for you this year. We have the Ring. Ooh, I love that so much. And what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to read from the book because I love Kim Kranz's like words and descriptions, but right off the bat I'm getting this like really beautiful sense of commitment, of something bigger happening. Like you could potentially be getting engaged or married this year, but there is something way beyond that. There's this very deep commitment to a lot, I feel like, going on for you this year. So we're gonna go ahead and pull the book out and see what this says for you. There we go. The infinite, the wheel, the connection. Oh, yeah, okay. The ring is an image of connectedness. Rather than viewing life as linear, as a series of progressive achievements, the ring challenges us to sense the cyclical, infinite nature of our world and experiences. Oh, I love that. Beginnings and endings fall by the wayside as we practice seeing ourselves as part of the cosmic circulatory of creation. Oh, I'm sorry. Circularity of creation? Yep. For this reason, it's no surprise a ring is worn on the finger to represent eternal love that surpasses space, time, and worldly things. So much can be projected onto this archetypal image because it mimics the Earth's orbit around our great sun and the intimate bond between two lovers. It is the micro and the macro united. This card calls us to deepen connection with self, other, and the world at large. Meanwhile, there may be a literal ring waiting to adorn your finger. So yeah, like actually, like some of y'all might be getting engaged this year. That's super exciting. But no, really, like this connectedness, this eternal, infinite cyclical energy is something that you're going to be very strongly connected to this year. And it's something that like I think you guys are just going to come into a deeper understanding of, so that's super beautiful. So we're going to go ahead and get into your tarot. Okay, yeah. 10 of Cups reversed. Oh, okay. There. Nope, never mind. They all have to be upright is what I heard. So we have 10 of Cups upright. We have 5 of Pentacles. We have the Magician. Yep. Okay. Strength and King of Swords. Very cool. Okay. So for you guys this year, there's so much personal growth happening. A lot of things that are just filling your cup, that are bringing you so much happiness. And you've created it. So I feel like knowing that you've like really connected with your magician self, and I love the Magician in this card. I mean, this whole deck is just wicked awesome, but knowing that you've created this for yourself and you've worked really hard and you've like trusted and connected, and you're continuing to get this message of like further connection. But I think that that's really freaking cool. And so there's a lot of happiness, right? There's some interesting balance of like feeling kind of left out, feeling alone, and this has a lot to do with a couple of things. Number one, I think like on a literal physical level, just not spending as much time with other people, being a little bit more inward, and just mentally, you know, we have this King of Swords coming up here. So for me, what that's saying is there's so much like clarity and structure happening in the mind. So you're really going through a lot this year with regards to like connecting to your mental self, getting very clear and strong in that area. And we do have strength, so like truly like actual like real legitimate true strength is being built and like cultivated in yourself this year. Just levels of strength that you maybe didn't even know you had, but man, it's like it's showing up. Like you're really showing up and persevering for yourself this year. And like no matter what, even if you're like feeling kind of down and out or not super connected, like you just are continually finding a way back into this place of like true happiness. So no matter what gets you down, you're always going to come back to this space. I feel like karmically you're just in a place in your life where you're meant to have and experience a lot. So there might be like some trials and tribulations, especially if you guys are in a very connected romantic relationship, or you're like potentially getting engaged, or like any of those things. Like I said, like, you know, some stuff might come up, but you're going to consistently come back to the fact that like this is like your happy place. This is everything that you want and need, and connecting with that energy is going to help you through, like really mastering your mind is going to help you through a lot. So I feel like there's just a couple of these bad boys that want to come out. To clarify something, this I asked this to be my clarifier deck, so we're going to see what other messages want to come through, and then we'll get into all your oracle cards. We have 8 of Wands. Yeah, so stuff's happening quick this year for you. I have a feeling that this past year things happened really, really fast for you, and you're already just like, oh my god, like how much faster can we go? But you're really transforming at a very rapid rate, and you're working through a lot of personal like issues and shit pretty quickly. So we have that. We have the Magician under the Magician. I'm freaking shook, guys. Oh my god. Wow, you are curating so much. Just keep connecting to yourself, guys. Please, like please, there's this magical third eye energy that's coming through where it's just like you have so much more power than you even understand, and like you're just beginning to tap into it. Like this year is very like easy, like flowing for you, in the sense that you're very connected and you're like working through all this stuff really well. But man, like you're being called to tap into some fucking magic for sure. So that's really cool. Please like comment and tell me like what super magical things start happening in your life, because I'm here for it. And we have 7 of Swords. Oh, what? Okay, so yeah, there's a few things I'm getting here, but there's like a determination to keep filling in the gaps, like keep choosing, you know, new things to like learn about and try out. The imagery in this card is like super stunning and very intriguing, but it's just calling for you to like, yeah, like try out this new way to think, or like try out, like learn about this thing or whatever. Like it's just like very exploratory, which I like a lot for you guys. And we have Cardinal Moon, be bold and make the first move. Oh my god, that's really cool. Ooh. Some of you were being told to propose. That's fucking hilarious. But yeah, cardinal like signs are just like, it's like really, really strong signs. And I feel like the energy here is very much so about like consistently showing up and doing what you know you have to do, and like being really bold, taking that step, reaching out to someone, starting a project, like keep making those first moves. What's your honest truth? Something to think about and meditate on for this year. Getting really clear on your truth, your personal truth. What are you giving and sharing to the world? How are you living your life? That's really powerful. I feel like this one has to go over here. We're actually going to do this fairy blessings card first before we get into other things. But oh, look at that. A blessing of the butterfly queen. How pretty. There's a lot of throat chakra energy here, a lot of blue. So I feel like you guys are like definitely good speakers. You're going to be talking a lot this year. This is like communication is a really like a big strong suit for you. But I do want to read this. This is also the number 3, so there's like some divine like angel energy going on here. But I'm going to read this blessing for you guys just so we can like know what to expect from that blessing. All right. The fairy gift of graceful change and transfiguration. All right, so yeah, you guys are undergoing some change this year. There's a lot of growth happening. You could be moving. You like, again, like the whole like unity and marriage thing could be happening for you this year. But the graceful change and transformation to me is like you are really boldly becoming yourself, and you're doing it in a very graceful way. It's almost like people don't notice until it's already happened, so they don't even see like the behind the scenes stuff that's happening. To you is granted the fairy gift of transformation and change. Your life is re-becoming, and all obstacles will be broken through until you take flight into the life you have recreated so courageously. And I love that the strength card is right here. The fairies are gifting you with all you need to move through a time of great expansion, change, growth, and tumult with integrity, grace, and tenacity. Your time to be reborn is approaching. And I just got the chills because I'm actually doing a rebirth YouTube video this month, so that'll be wild to see like what to expect with regards to your personal rebirth. The butterfly queen will be with you as you transform and reshape your life. As you change, even as you struggle at times, 5 of Pentacles, you will inspire and grow and rework your life in magical ways. The ancient caretakers of the planet are the Fae, and their presence will be with you as you transform. You have beauty, and your presence will be bright and joyful, bringing so much to others, but most of all, bringing a deep contentment and fulfillment to yourself. Focus on all you wish to see grow and become more at this time, and know with great and firm conviction that you are blessed and beloved and precious human child. So, man, I don't know what other kind of like love messages you need, but that was beautiful. I'm so stoked for you guys. So over here we have 4th house, I belong. Man, I just got super emotional. Ruled by Cancer and the Moon. This is the house of origins. Here is where we see our home, bloodline, feelings of safety, comfort, mother figure, tradition, and lifestyle. It also shows where we come from. So I think for you guys, you could be going through a really big rebirth with regards to like what home means to you and creating that for yourself. I think that you've worked really long and hard to come into that space this year. So I feel like you guys are probably moving. You're ending up like where you're really supposed to be. Even if it's not forever, it's just the spot you're supposed to be now, and really reinventing yourself, feeling at peace, feeling like you are where you're meant to be. This origin story, right? Like the hero's journey, we're really connecting with like this beginning aspect. And South Node, gifts and lessons. Oh, I really love that too. There's some serious karma that's being like released for you guys, especially around the house and home, especially if you have a lot of Cancer in your chart, Cancer, Sun, Moon, or Rising. But man, you are learning so much this year. You are being gifted so much this year. I really love that for you guys. And finally, we have, you have survived every day of your life so far. You really think today will be the day that defeats you. Yeah, this is going to be an overarching theme for you guys, especially with that 5 of Pentacles card and that 10 of Cups and that Magician, and like that, the whole beginning part that we just had really is telling you like, hey, like, even on the days you struggle, like you're still in the right spot, you're doing the right thing. Like, I don't think there's going to be any drastic upheaval or negative like change for any of you guys this year. I think it's all very positive and growth filled. Even if some of it feels hard or weird, it's still going to be extremely beautiful. So I hope that you guys enjoyed this reading. Please comment below what you experienced throughout this year and how you change, how you feel like you're growing and like expanding, where you end up, who gets engaged, like just all this fun stuff. It's really cool. It's beautiful energy. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Okie dokie, pile number 4, last but not least. You guys picked the Andara glass, and something that's really powerful about this glass is how much energy and information is in it. If you guys find a good source, or even a good friend of mine actually, I could link her Etsy page below. She sources and sells Andara glass, and it is incredible. There's so much information that is like held within this glass. It's just otherworldly. So I think that you guys are already preparing yourselves for a very mystical year ahead. So I'm really curious and excited to see your archetype card, and the archetype is basically like your theme for the year. It's like this overarching like energetic understanding of like what you're going to be going through this year. Ooh, Thanatos. Dang, that's deep. All right, we're gonna go. Ooh, I'm sorry. Oh, knocking stuff over. Oh my god. We're gonna go ahead and pull the book out and read this guy for you, and just keep it at the top of the reading over here, just so the energy can be present with us. Let's see. I had a feeling, yeah, it's one of the initiation cards, so there's some big stuff happening for y'all this year, for sure. Not gonna sugarcoat that one. This is the death card in this deck. It is tempting to oversimplify death and sum it up as transformation, but the true archetypal resonance of Thanatos cannot be easily assimilated or contained. Death is ongoing and omnipresent, an eternal response to the gift of birth. Witnessing the ending of another being, creature, phase, or stage has deep consequences for the psyche. We are forever changed by Thanatos as it sweeps us under its wings, making us relinquish control in every form. It leaves a mark of ash upon our heart, signifying we have touched the cusp of the underworld and will return to the land of the living eventually, with more compassion and wisdom to share. This capacity is needed in our world. One who has faced the annihilation of Thanatos can face anything. When this card appears, it signifies an initiation into the underworld. All right, right off the bat, I don't want anyone to like be scared or afraid or anything, but I think that this is a huge theme for you guys this year, is really coming into a connection and understanding of death and what it means to you. Whether that's experiencing the death of, like it said, like a phase or a cycle in your life, like truly going through an ego death for the first time, maybe you do experience it, like a death of a person in your life or a pet, or witness like the death of a plant or a tree getting cut down. You know, there's something where like death really resonates strongly with you this year. It's something that you start to become more present with and understanding of in a way that is filled with experience and learning. Like I feel and know that you're coming out the other side of this experience with so much more compassion and knowledge and growth. So I'm excited to see what comes out in your tarot cards, because you got a lot. And then we'll get into the oracle. And I'm being told that they all need to be upright. So we have the Empress right off the bat. There's some really strong maternal energy here, you guys. So 10 of Pentacles, wow. Ten of Swords. The Magician. I believe that's the Knave of Seven. So 7 of Swords, Knave of Swords. So one sec, hang on, let's see. there's a few different interesting things that are popping up for you guys right now. So I think with regards to your maternal energy, your connection with your mother, like there's something strong happening here with regards to like really fulfilling this concept of like your wholesome house energy, like having this whole like feeling like you're really on top of the world with regards to like your home, your work, all that stuff. And it's really asking you to tap into your nurturing maternal energy and to potentially, like, in order to create this feeling of like a full connected household, connecting with your mom a little bit more, especially if you live at home. And another really interesting theme coming out over here with the Ten of Swords and the Magician is like this really strong feeling to break free and break loose of like whatever it is that you feel like has been holding you back, like in your own head. Like I think you've been doing a lot of interpersonal work and you're just like ready to fly. Like you are ready this year to tap into this magician energy and just to create and do and be free. Like you are so ready. You are so ready to move up and out. For some of you, if you're still living with your family, I think this is the year that you like move out. So that might be the death you're experiencing, is the end of that cycle, the end of this like comfortable space. And we do have this Seven of Swords with, I believe it's the Prince or Knave of Wands. Are these wands? These are wands. Why am I saying swords? This is the wands suit. They're different in every deck. Ten of Wands is really similar though. It's just about being fed up and having enough and like wanting to break free and do your own thing. But with this, you know, Prince of Wands or Knave of Wands, there's like a hothead in your life. There's someone who's like kind of overbearing and really like you feel like you're kind of in a consistent battle or like struggle with. And I feel like that relationship might be coming to an end or might be dying in order to be reborn as something new and different. So that's really interesting energy to consider. I feel like there's a couple of really key things happening for you guys this year. You know, some kind of relationship shift, some kind of breaking free and moving out and like doing your own thing and creating your own life, and then some sort of like harmony, coming into harmony with like your divine like feminine or motherly self. You know, really creating this like wholesome house. Maybe you guys like decide to have kids this year. Maybe it's just like healing the mother wound for you. Like there's a lot of energy there, but overall I'm getting this message of the dragon energy, right? This like fire and air energy is really strong. So a lot of like passions and a lot of like clarity around who you are and what you're doing. So we have full moon in Leo. Don't let pride get in your way. And I think that that's really cool, because it seems like you are like really fed up and you're like wanting really specific things, and there's some people that you feel like are holding you back. So don't let it be about your ego, you know, like don't let that get in the way. Consistently come back to a place of love. That's going to get you way further. So what can you release, especially like if and when I have to double check, we experience a full moon in Leo this year, really releasing your ego. There might be a really big ego death happening for some of you. The Now, man, this is going to be a really important theme for you guys this year, is getting really focused and present. So forming some sort of meditative practice so that you have the ability to really connect with like the divine aspects of every now moment, the beauty of every now moment, the stillness or the chaos, whatever it is for you. This is going to be a big theme for you this year, okay? I love that for you guys. And we have Mars and Libra. Okay, so a lot about maybe like some aggression, maybe maybe this, you know, like hothead energy is a Libra in your life, or maybe it's you, you know, maybe it's like learning how to get your personal just like fire under control, kind of learning how to balance it out and communicate it better. You know, your Mars could be in Libra. You could be Libra, Sun, Moon, or Rising, but this could also pertain to like a really specific person in your life, and just like how you go to war with that person or that situation, and really looking at that and evaluating it and bringing it into a more balanced state this year is what I'm getting. Oh, I love this next oracle card that came out for you guys. This is awesome. I am free from limitations. Oh, yeah, there's a lot of like freedom energy here. There's a lot of breaking away and breaking free of stuff that's not serving you anymore and feeling limitless. Like attracts like, love awakens the soul. Yeah, so I think that you guys are really starting to feel into what it is that like you love and you're very attracted to and that you want and need from like relationships or life or whatever, and you're calling that in really strong. You're making a lot of shifts and changes. You're dealing with some sort of like death and rebirth and really bringing your soul online, which is really cool. And your last card, you've been doing a great job considering all you've been up against. Yeah, so there's a strong message here for some of you who are dealing with like a troublesome relationship, potentially a father figure or someone in your household. Like the universe is pretty much saying like you're doing a really good job. Like we know you've been through a lot, but this is the year that a lot of freedom is coming for you, a lot of change is happening, you know, like honoring each now moment that you're in, releasing your ego and allowing these concepts of death to keep like pouring out and really understanding and seeing them for what they are. It's going to be really beautiful, and tapping into that magician energy, guys, like really strong for you this year. So I hope that this all resonated. I'm just going to say it again. I am free from limitations. I love that. I hope that this resonated. Please comment below like what ends up coming up for you this year, and I'm really excited to just continue to put out more videos so that we can keep stringing things along and see how this story plays out. But I'm sending you all a lot of love. Thank you for watching, and I'll chat with you soon.